else to take over the reins of Mid. But I've been there 18 years.
But what happened between 10 o'clock this morning, Nadine, when you said with great confidence to our colleague Mike Graham, the last thing I want to do is trigger a by-election, and then by just about 10 to 4 this afternoon, you decided to do precisely that? You're a woman of such conviction. To see you switch like that in the course of just a few hours is quite shocking to most people who know you well and those who don't. So what happened during the course of today to change your mind?
Well, I can't reveal everything, but so something significant did happen to change my mind. And, you know, I'm not someone who's going to go, you know, blabbing out what that was immediately. I need to, you know, process a few thoughts and things. But so, yeah, something significant did happen to change my mind. And I did do. And I think it's for the best, because I think I heard you just saying before I came on, you know, 2 years. I think 2 years is a long time for me to be presenting a show on Talk TV and writing a column in the Daily Mail. And I'm an author, you know, I publish a book a year, and to be an MP, you know, come on, something's got to give. And I'm 66 and I've done, you know, I keep saying this, and I've done, you know, 18 years as an MP. And I did think I'd be retiring in 2 years, but this is kind of new life opening up in front of me, along with a granddaughter. And so there are just other priorities and things to do. And I didn't want to cause a by-election, but you know, I've got over myself, frankly, and it's time to do the right thing.
Nadine, did the Prime Minister go back on a promise to you? Were you promised a peerage? Did he revoke that peerage? Because, you know, you've really done a 360 since 10 o'clock this morning. Something pretty dramatic must have happened to change your mind. You're a woman who's not for turning. We all know that. You're very trenchant in your views. You really stick to your causes. You're very loyal. My God, you're loyal. We've seen your extraordinary loyalty and steadfastness to Boris Johnson. You're not somebody who switches. You're not a vacillator. So at 10 o'clock this morning, you're not under any circumstances going to trigger a by-election. By 4 o'clock this afternoon, you're doing exactly that. Is it that Rishi Sunak let you down? Did he do an about turn?
I need to explain something to you, Vanessa. I'm not on any list of Rishi Sunaks. I'm on the list of Boris Johnson.
Yeah, we know.
A Prime Minister doesn't have the ability to change the list of a former Prime Minister. So the list that Boris had was agreed with Rishi, and that was done. Rishi does not have. Can you imagine that if Rishi said, "I'm not going to"? I'm so sorry, my phone keeps going. Can you imagine that if Rishi said to suddenly decided, "I'm going to remove somebody from Boris's list"? Rishi has no idea who's going to be Prime Minister after him. He would be setting a precedent that has never been set before. No Prime Minister has ever done that to another Prime Minister. And he doesn't know who's going to come after him. And that person may very well decide to remove people from his list. So a Prime Minister doesn't do that. They'd be very foolish. It'd be a very stupid and foolish Prime Minister who tampered with the list of a former Prime Minister because he'd end up not getting his own nomination through. So that doesn't...
So Rishi Sunak's not the catalyst, that's what you're saying. It's not because of something the Prime Minister's done or hasn't done. So if the Prime Minister doesn't have a power of veto over another outgoing Prime Minister's list, and you say he doesn't, who does? Is this one of these things where we're up against the blob? There's a big blob of civil servants who are saying Nadine Dorries may not be ennobled at this point. She's got to wait at least 2 years. And it's that kind of, the optics aren't good. We don't want Stanley Johnson to be given a knighthood. That's not good. He's Boris's dad. Nadine's got to sit tight for another 2 years. So's Alok Sharma. Is it the blob, or is it an individual who's let you down in this way?
Vanessa, I'd love to tell you, and one day I will, but I can't today.
But something has changed, something from when you woke up this morning to this afternoon, in between breakfast and afternoon tea, something or someone has changed your scenario, and you're saying it's not Rishi Sunak. So is it several people? Is it one person? It's not Boris Johnson, obviously, going back on his desire to ennoble you. We know not that.
I didn't say what you just said. What I said is that a sitting Prime Minister does not have the agency to change the list of a former Prime Minister. So that's what I said to you. He doesn't have the right to do that. So that was what I said.
You said at the beginning of the programme, because I said either we're celebrating with Nadine Dorries and we're saying, my lady, congratulations, or we're condoling with her. Has she decided to throw the towel in so dramatically, so spontaneously, so quickly, after 18 years of excellent service? Is it because she's furious? And you said at the very beginning of our conversation, I'm not angry. I don't do anger. That's not me. I'm not doing that. I'm not angry at all. So are you very disappointed? Are you sad? Are you distressed? What's happening? What are you feeling at this point?
Relief is what I'm feeling at this point, at this moment.
Why?
I'm feeling well, I think I've been carrying a degree of guilt